Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Here for another video, of course. Why else would you be here? But today, as you can tell by the title, we're going to be talking about EMT students, uniforms, and supplies. We're also going to talk about cost of EMT school. So let's jump right into this video. So let's first start off talking about the cost of EMT school. So for me, the cost wasn't really an issue because especially in my area, I live in the suburbs of Philadelphia, suburban area of Philadelphia, whatever. But around in this area is particularly a lot of, let's say for-profit colleges or whatever, and they accept financial aid or whatever. And the program's not really that costly, but they do accept financial aid, so you wouldn't have to pay the full program cost anyway. But for me, I wanted a school that wasn't, a for-profit school. Not only that, I wanted a school that I would feel confident in when I finished the program, that I knew exactly what I needed to know. When I went out there and started doing my job, I would feel confident in my skills. So, I've researched, and there's not really a lot of EMT programs, let's say, around here. It's probably around like a few, but not really a lot. As opposed to some areas, there's a lot more. But I researched in my area, and the school I go to and that I found that I really, really liked was Jeffstat. Jeffstat is a part of Jefferson Hospital. If you're not from the Philadelphia area, let's give you a little history on Jefferson is a hospital, one of the best hospitals in the Philadelphia region or in the area. You have a few more hospitals, but Jefferson's a level 1 trauma center. Here we also have we have a few really, really, nationally renowned hospitals. We have the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. We have the University of Pennsylvania, which is also a college, and then we have Jefferson, and we have a few more, but those are like the major three. And the other, of course, the other two, they don't have EMT programs, but Jeffstat does, or Jefferson does, and their program is Jeffstat. They don't just train paramedics and EMTs; they train pre-hospital registered nurses, registered nurses. So, like, if you wanted to be a flight nurse for like a flight transportation, or if you wanted to do ground transportation, you were a nurse, you would need a flight. You would need not a flight. You would need a pre-hospital registered nurse certificate, or they train pre-hospital. They train basically pre-hospital providers at Jeffstat, and they're not for profit. They're actual hospital health system. So I looked at it, I was like, that's really good, because if they're a health system, why would they train you wrong in type of way? Not saying that any program is better or worse, but just put it out there. Jeffstat is number two. We're number two to a school that only has 4 students, so it's kind of easier to teach 4 students than to teach a class of 35, and we're number two. So that was the deciding factor for me. I wanted to go to a school where I felt as though I would come out being really confident in my skills and knowing that they taught me everything that I need to know for going out into the field. So now let's talk about the cost. So Jeffstat, their program is $1,800, and they don't accept any type of financial aid or anything, but they do accept military benefits for any veterans that want to go there. But for any regular guys like me, they don't accept any type of financial aid or anything. They only accept cash or check, and that's not including the registration fee, which is $150. So that's $1,950. And but that also doesn't include your books or uniforms. So the program by itself is $1,950, including the registration fee, and then your uniforms, they're separate. I got about I got 3 shirts and 3 pants, since we go to school 4 days a week. I got 3 shirts, 3 pants, and boots. And then of course, you had to get them altered. Not the boots, the pants and shirt and everything. Get them altered, and that came to about 450-ish, I believe. And then your books and supplies, which you need all your books, and then you need your shot of blank there. You need your books, and you need your supplies, which would include your blood pressure cuff, your pen light, your stethoscope, your pocket face mask, and things like that. And that came to a total, including the books and everything, came to about 350, I believe. So that's about an all-in cost for about 27.50. So, but you don't have to give them all of your money at once. They do take like increment payments, but if you want to get it all out the way, you can. And that's pretty much all you have to pay for. And then you stay there. The program is 16 weeks. I believe that's about standard. And then we also get certifications that in some programs are included in their EMT program. It's separate. So I thought it was okay. We're getting certifications that if another EMT went to another school, they wouldn't be getting. We're getting here, which is included in our program cost. And we're also automatically going for our national registry test, which is August 27th, I believe. Yeah, August 27th. My class is going for our national registry. If you don't know what national registry is, it's the NREMT National Registry for Emergency Medical Technicians. That's the national standard for emergency medical responders, EMTs, paramedics, and pretty much any pre-hospital besides the pre-hospital nurse, the registered nurse. They don't get that EMT national registry certification. But national registry, you can go anywhere, basically in the country. Since it's national, you can go anywhere. Even if you have, like in my case, I'm going to have eventually my Pennsylvania EMT certification and also my national registry certification. So I have my PA registration, but if I want to go somewhere, farther away, I can because I have my national registry. Every state agreed upon what the national standard should be. So that's what I'm going to have. And also, what I found out was unique. If you get a PA registered EMT license, you can also go over to Jersey. But Jersey can't come to PA with their license. I don't know why. Just learned that. But, yeah. Okay, so now let's talk about uniforms. Not trying to knock anybody's EMT program, but some EMT programs keep their costs down by doing a toned down-ish type uniform. So some programs, I know you don't have to wear a uniform. Some programs, they do a toned down uniform where they just wear like a 3-button polo and like a logo shirt, I guess, and some pants or whatever. But my EMT program, since our program is through an actual hospital, they want us to, be professional and dress as if we were, going to work every day. So this is my uniform shirt. I haven't worn this. Oh wait, here's my school ID actually. See it? I don't know if you guys can see that, but yep, that's my school ID. And this is my shirt. Here's the Jeff Stat patch. It has EMT student here, and then my first initial and my last name. So that's it for the shirt. And the pants are 511 tactical pants, navy blue. Actually, go ahead and pack it. Haven't worn these pants either yet, guys. So it has the tags on them. So yep, just some regular 511 tack pants. Nothing too simple. And our EMT and our work boots, or like boots that the EMTs wear in the field. I don't know what they're really called. They're 511s too, I believe. No, they're not 511s. Sorry. They're Bates. They're Bates. Sorry for the technical difficulty. But yeah, that's my uniform, and we wear that every day. And here's our swipe key card. Since we're in an actual hospital environment, to get access to the floors that we need to get access to, we have to wear our badges, which are also swipe key card badges that we have to swipe in. And that's pretty much it for our uniforms. Let's get into the supplies. All right, so now let's talk about the supplies that we have. All right, should have been a little more prepared, right? But here, my other books, they're on my bed, which are over here. I got them in a sec. But this is our basic life support book. We've been doing this book since in the first week. We've earned our CPR certifications. Well, we passed our CPR certifications. This is, well, yeah, some people did. I guess other people get to retake them. But here's our CPR book. And then here is the PEERS. Pediatric Emergency Assessment, Recognition, and Stabilization. PEERS is also, just a heads up, it's a certification that not all EMT programs give their students. This is actually a separate certification that's included in our program, which is pretty cool. You don't have to go back to another class to earn that certification. Oh wait, I gotta grab my other two. Our main book that we've been doing work in. It's only been the first week, so we've done about 2 or 3 chapters in there. It's our emergency care book. It's pretty thick, but it has everything from, you know, airway management to trauma, bleeding, shock, basically everything you're going to run into as an EMT. And it also has our program, they teach us a little advanced things. So if we were to come back to do the paramedic program, we'll be a little ahead of, which is good. And this is the emergency care workbook. Done also, like every time we do a chapter, we do the workbook and flashcards. Here's my flashcard. Flashcards are like the key to success. Like, I believe I'm a better EMT student than I was a high school student, because in high school I've never ever made flashcards. Like, I've seen my friends or whatever making flashcards, but I'm like, flashcards are stupid. Flashcards are like the key to success in EMT school, especially when you're doing, our first week we were doing mostly medical terminology. So our first week we're actually still doing medical terminology, and we're doing anatomy and physiology when we go back. And if you like, you have to memorize like a good amount of information. Flashcards are like absolute way to go. I wouldn't say I have like the best memory, but flashcards are like really good, because you're writing it down and then you're like, it helps you retain it way better. I'm telling you, trust me, flashcards are the way to go. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the uniforms, the cost and everything. So if you have any questions, you can drop them down below in the comment section if you want to ask me something that I didn't cover. But next week's video is going to be a recap of weeks 1 and 2. So you get a recap of that. Alright, make sure to follow me on social media. I'll put it down in the description box. Alright, have a good day, guys.